It's so great that again, I have a privilege to preach the Word of God.
然后很开心的再一次有荣幸的能够传讲神的话语。
It has been great that Tech is here.
然后我们觉得我们有 Tech 在我们教会里面是很棒的。
I feel especially privileged because I can take time off now.
然后他觉得是很幸运的，因为他现在可以有更多充裕的自己的时间。
I can have time to late night to talk to my wife.
然后可以比较多时间和太太在深夜里面讲悄悄话。
Reason why is because last time I'm very tired.
因为以前是吧，他觉得很累。
You know, it's not like taking care of you guys tired, but it's really, I mean, physically, we're tired, you get tired. There's so many responsibilities.
不是说带领教会照顾弟兄姐妹们是吗？让自己变得很累，只不过是有很多责任，然后身体上觉得疲累。
So it's great that we have we have lots of talk going on with my wife.
然后这段时间呢，就觉得很棒，因为有很多和太太沟通的时间跟机会。
And not only that, also with time with my children, we spend a lot more time.
不单单是这么样，而且和孩子一起花时间比较多了。
Why? Because Saturday I don't have the pressure of preparing Sunday sermon.
因为在星期六呢，他再也不会有压力去准备星期天的那一个传道。
So every time now I will ask my children. I say, so Saturday how?
所以现在呢，他都很渴望看到那个迎接那个星期六，然后他会问孩子，就是说这个星期六要做些什么
？Now my children say they are not free.
可是现在呢，那个孩子就说星期六不得空，不好意思。
哎呀，收险啊！
所以很纳闷。
And today I have a very special topic that I really would love to share with you guys.
然后今天呢，我就有一个很特别的课题我很想要分享给你们的。
It has been a long time that I've been thinking about this topic, and now I felt that wow, it's time for me to share.
其实我花了很多时间去想这一个主题，然后我觉得现在时间成熟了，分享给你们听。
It's a very simple topic. What is happiness?
是一个很简单的那一个主题，就是什么是喜悦。
You know, before we go into this topic, I want to tell you, today this lesson, we're going to have some proof going on. Some proof.
在我还没有进入这个正题之前呢，将会告诉你们，今天是有实证证明的。
But let's keep our hearts open and let's pray before we start. How about that? Okay, let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you so much again, God, that we can come before you, humble, and know that just like just now when we listened to Michael Lu, when he prayed in Chinese, I know some of the brothers and sisters here don't really understand, but he was actually praising you that you bless us with relationship. God, it's so awesome that God is so true that we know that because of this relationship, our life can be so fulfilling. God, our life can feel with so it's so meaningful. And God, today again, we know that we know that you are the one who ultimately create all these things for us. But we want to just praise you so much for this, and God, as I go to just preach your word again, I'm very humble, God, by seeing things that happen, by seeing how, God, that you move in our life, by seeing how you answer prayer, by seeing how, God, even some of my old friends that actually come from Singapore, that when we talk, God, when we see that the things that we enjoy the most, God, is your blessing, is the relationship in your kingdom, God. Father, we want to just give praise to you, Father. Today as we see our younger generation growing up, and again, what we see again, God, is the relationship that actually binds together. But we want to just praise you, and I pray that today, as I'm going to continue to share, the sermon, to preach the sermon. I pray that God, you help me to speak with conviction. Help me, God, to speak with conviction, with faith. And I pray that God, you can help me to really use me to help all of us here today to be able to understand how much that you have loved them and you want them to feel your love too now. But I pray that God, I can continue to bless JP Church to grow continuously. For we love you, pray all this in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, before we explore that topic, I would like to ask you all a few of these questions.
首先，我们还没有开始探讨这一个主题的时候啊，首先要问大家几个问题。
What keep us healthy and happy as we go through life? You see the word healthy and happy.
OK， 第一个问题呢，就是有什么东西还是思想什么可以让我们快乐和健康的活着？要记得重点是快乐和健康。
Healthy is part of it.
你要快乐，健康是很重要的，是其中一个最重要的一部分。
You know what? I want to ask even the young people among us. What will you put your energy into? To get your life to turn out to be great. What will you put your energy into to get your life to turn out to be great?
OK， 在这边也要问，就是说年轻的一辈，就是说你会把你的心思跟精神什么放在什么地方，以便让你的生活变得很棒。
Every different people at different age, they will have different desire.
每个人在经历不同的年龄的时候和时间的时候都会有不同的需求跟欲望。
When you are young and you are energetic, right? Teens and youth, yeah, you guys there? Yeah. And you are very energetic and you have the desire, you have the energy.
当你年轻的时候，体力旺盛的时候，是吧？你有更强烈的那一个欲望跟需求。
And or when you are a young adult.
又或者是当你成为一个比较年轻的成人。
Or when you are married with children, parents.
又或者是你是已婚，然后有孩子。
Or when or even when parents, when your children has already grown up and you are getting older.
又或者是作为父母的你们的孩子开始成长了，成为青少年了，然后你渐渐的已经慢慢的变得成熟衰老。
Like myself and my wife, she's English, and among us, some of us, amen.
像我们当中很多人，包括我在内。
KK not counted. KK still young. And we all have different desire, at different age, we all have different desire. When you are getting really older, crossing 70 among us.
然后我们在不同的年龄层有不同的欲望还是需求这样。然后可是当我们跨越了70大寿的时候，70岁的时候，人生70古来稀。
哇 So my question again now, what will you put your energy into to turn your life to be great?
然后同样的问题就是，你不管在什么阶段、什么年龄，哪怕是过了70岁过后，你会把你的精神跟精力专注投资在什么思想方面，以便让你的生活变得很棒，或是变得有充实感。
We all want our life to be healthy and happy, right?
我们都希望我们的生活还是生命都是充满着健康和喜悦的。
I show you a verse. My favorite verse in my whole life.
那我们看看我们的圣经，我们把圣经翻到哥林多前书13章13节。
Yeah, let KK read in Chinese.
13章13节，如今长存的有信、有望、有爱这三样，其中最大的是爱。
You know, the Bible says that, and now these three things remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of this is love.
所以圣经里面讲到，就是说长存的是信、望、爱，然后最棒的就是爱。
When we are reading about this verse, most of us may be still thinking about those questions that I asked just now.
当我们读这一个经文的时候，可能我们的思绪还是我们的脑海还在想着之前他们所提出的一些问题。
It does not matter whether you are Christian or you are not. Every one of us do have our own way of answering the question that I ask.
不管你是基督徒呢，还是非基督徒呢，我们每一个人都会有自己的答案和自己的方向去选择达到健康和快乐的那个目标。
Somehow in this verse, you know, Bible told us a clue about life.
可是呢，这些经文呢，却给我们一些提示，关于生命生活的提示。
You know, and the Bible says that the greatest of whatever that in life, the most important is love.
然后圣经里面说到，在众多当中其实生命里面最重要的就是有爱。
You know, maybe you're still thinking about the answer. What is the right answer? And I want to put my energy into in order for me to get a healthy and a happy life.
所以，当我们还在考虑着，还是在思想着，就是我们应该把我们毕生的精力专注在什么地方还是什么方向的时候，是吗？我们可能考虑一下，就是圣经这一节经文。
You know, before we have the answer, I want you to keep it open. And I want to share with you something very interesting.
然后在我们还没有就是说有答案之前呢，希望大家就是保持开放的那个态度，然后同时也要现在我们借这机会分享一个很有趣的事情。
I don't know whether you know what happened in the world now. Lately, as a human, we have achieved so many things.
我不晓得你最近有没有察觉到我们的世界变得有多快了。然后作为人类的我们其实在科技那方面已经达到很多不同的那一个新高峰了。
You know, over here, this one is actually a human brain. They put a sensor in it so that people that blind can still see through sensor. You know, they put a sensor into the brain. You know.
所以在左上角呢，现在科技已经发达到，就是说他们可以把一个感应器植入你的脑中，以便能够让那些盲人可以重新重见天日。
And this one is actually talking about a scientist is going to use our own body genetic cell to cure cancer. And it's progressing very well.
然后左下角呢，就是是一个新科技，所以科学家能够用我们的人体的基因来治疗那些癌症。
And this one is actually Google. Google is introducing machine learning.
然后中下角的那一个呢，就是谷歌所出的一个云端技术，然后它可以就是自己学习的，有自己学习的能力。
You know, and do you know what is this?
你知道右上角那个什么吗？
Is a selfless car. I mean, it means that nobody is going to drive the car, and the car can go by itself.
右上角呢是一个自驾汽车 （self-autonomous car）。So self-driving car， 然后它是不需要人去驾驶的，它自己会认路，然后自己走到那个目的地的。
Now every time I need to work, I will ask Hui Xian to drive.
然后现在每天当我要
So I'll sit beside. Yeah.
我都要求慧贤做我的司机。 这样我就可以坐在旁边 relax。
Next time I'll buy this car.
下次我就要买这辆车。
I say 会险 don't know me.
这样就不用危险了。
You know, it's no. I say, oh, go to KK house, deep, go by itself. It's happening in US already.
这个你只要按一个钮，还是给一个那个指示的话，送完它就可以带到你去目的地的。在美国已经开始出现了。
And this one is what, you know what? 3D printer.
然后右下角的那个呢，就是3D 的复印机、打印机。
Imagine that you can use a printer only print a paper, right? This one can print a model, the whole thing come out.
然后我们传统印象中呢，我们打印机是吧，最多只能印在一张纸扁的纸。可是这一个打印机是吗，能够打印出一个模型，一个3D 一个立体的模型。
In China, there is a house that made by 3D printer.
然后在中国是吗，有一间屋子是用这一个3D 打印机是吗建造成的。
Now you see, when you hear this, when you see all this in internet, how will you feel?
然后当你在互联网看到这一些创新的科技的时候，是吧？你有什么感觉？
Why I want to share all this?
为什么我要分享这一些呢？
When you look at this, don't you think that it will make you feel happy?
然后当你看到这一些的时候呢，你会不会觉得很开心呢？
Hey, you own this car, you feel happy enough?
如果你有这一辆车的话，你会开心吗？
You no stress, you know.
你不会有驾车的压力的。
You know, and I just did go. I want to spend time with I want to spend time with Michael. Did go, you know, then you go and then you go and you can still do your own thing in the car. So nice.
就好像说你想要去麦克家跟他花时间的话，是吧？你只要按个钮，它会自动驾驶过去那边，然后在路途中你不用担心塞车，因为你自己可以在车上睡觉还是打 game 做自己喜欢的事。
And young men, young children here, these will be the things that you will be learning in the future.
然后青少年们这一些是吧，就是你未来将会在大学还是在学校学习到的东西。
This is only beginning, and you will carry on.
然后这只是开始而已，接下来你们有可能会继续的去发展这个科技。
Now, will this bring you happiness?
然后这一些能够给你带来喜悦吗？
When let's say you are the one who's going to have contribute to a breakthrough of all this thing, would you find yourself achievement?
所以你想象一下，如果说将来你有机会参与这个科技，甚至就是在这个科技里面说突破一个瓶颈的话，你会为你这一个成就感到光荣，感到开心吗？
You know, I want to show you video clips. You know, it's so interesting. You know, let us watch that video clips. It's actually about this study, a Harvard grant study. Have any one of you heard about this? No?
OK 在这边我们也要分享一个视频，然后这个视频是讲到这一个哈佛格兰特的那一个研究报告。
Okay, let us go and see this. Chain not good already, very soon. Can we all switch off the light, please? Now we have about 12 minutes of 12 minutes.
What keeps us healthy and happy as a healthy life? If you were going to invest now in your future best self, where would you put your time and your energy? There was a recent survey of millennials asking them what their most important life goals were. And over 80% said that a major life goal for them was to get rich. And another 50% of those same young adults said that another major life goal was to become famous. And we're constantly told to lean into work, to push harder and achieve more. We're given the impression that these are the things that we need to go after in order to have a good life. Pictures of entire lives, of the choices that people make and how those choices work out for them, those pictures are almost impossible to get. Most of what we know about human life, we know from asking people to remember the past. And as we know, hindsight is anything but 20/20. We forget vast amounts of what happens to us in life, and sometimes memory is downright creative. But what if we could watch entire lives as they unfold through time? What if we could study people from the time that they were teenagers all the way into old age to see what really keeps people happy and healthy? We did that. The Harvard study of adult development may be the longest study of adult life that's ever been done. For 75 years, we've tracked the lives of 724 men. Year after year, asking about their work, their home lives, their health, and of course asking all along the way without knowing how their life stories were going to turn out. Studies like this are exceedingly rare. Almost all projects of this kind fall apart within a decade because too many people drop out of the study, or funding for the research dries up, or the researchers get distracted or they die, and nobody moves the ball further down the field. But through a combination of luck and the persistence of several generations of researchers, this study has survived. About 60 of our original 724 men are still alive, still participating in the study, most of them in their 90s. And we are now beginning to study the more than 2,000 children of these men. And I'm the fourth director of the study. Since 1938, we've tracked the lives of two groups of men. The first group started in the study when they were sophomores at Harvard College. They all finished college during World War II, and then most went off to serve in the war. And the second group that we followed was a group of boys from Boston's poorest neighborhoods. Boys who were chosen for the study specifically because they were from some of the most troubled and disadvantaged families in the Boston of the 1930s. Most lived in tenements, many without hot and cold running water. When they entered the study, all of these teenagers were interviewed, they were given medical exams. We went to their homes and we interviewed their parents. And then these teenagers grew up into adults who entered all walks of life. They became factory workers and lawyers and bricklayers and doctors, one president of the United States. Some developed alcoholism, a few developed schizophrenia. Some climbed the social ladder from the bottom all the way to the very top, and some made that journey in the opposite direction. The founders of this study would never in their wildest dreams have imagined that I would be standing here today, 75 years later, telling you that the study still continues. Every 2 years, our patient and dedicated research staff calls up our men and asks them if we can send them yet one more set of questions about their lives. Many of the inner city Boston men ask us, why are you wanting to study me? My life just isn't that interesting. The Harvard men never ask that question. To get the clear picture of these lives, we don't just send them questionnaires. We interview them in their living rooms. We get their medical records from their doctors. We draw their blood. We scan their brain. We talk to their children. We videotape them talking with their wives about their deepest concerns. And when, about a decade ago, we finally asked the wives if they would join us as members of the study, many of the women said, you know, it's about time. So what do we learn? What are the lessons that come from the tens of thousands of pages of information that we've generated all these lives? Well, the lessons aren't about wealth or fame or working harder and harder. The clearest message that we get from this 75-year study is this: good relationships keep us happier and healthier, period. We've learned 3 big lessons about relationships. The first is that social connections are really good for us, and that loneliness kills. It turns out that people who are more socially connected to family, to friends, to community, are happier, they're physically healthier, and they live longer than people who are less well connected. And the experience of loneliness turns out to be toxic. People who are more isolated than they want to be from others find that they are less happy, their health declines earlier in midlife, their brain functioning declines sooner, and they live shorter lives than people who are not lonely. And the sad fact is that at any given time, more than 1 in 5 Americans will report that they're lonely. And we know that you can be lonely in a crowd and you can be lonely in a marriage. So the second big lesson that we learned is that it's not just the number of friends you have, and it's not whether or not you're in a committed relationship, but it's the quality of your close relationships that matters. It turns out that living in the midst of conflict is really bad for our health. High conflict marriages, for example, without much affection, turn out to be very bad for our health, perhaps worse than getting divorced. And living in the midst of good, warm relationships is protective. Once we have followed our men all the way into their 80s, we want to look back at them at midlife and to see if we can predict who's going to grow into a happy, healthy octogenarian and who wasn't. When we gathered together everything we knew about them at age 50, it wasn't their middle-aged cholesterol levels that predicted how they were going to grow old. It was how satisfied they were in their relationships. The people who were the most satisfied in their relationships at age 50 were the healthiest at age 80. And good, close relationships seem to buffer us from some of the slings and arrows of getting old. Our most happily partnered men and women reported in their 80s that on the days when they had more physical pain, their moods stayed just as happy. But the people who were in unhappy relationships, on the days when they reported more physical pain, it was magnified by more emotional pain. And the third big lesson that we learned about relationships and our health is that good relationships don't just protect our bodies, they protect our brains. It turns out that being in a securely attached relationship to another person in your 80s is protected. That the people who are in relationships where they really feel they can count on the other person in times of need, those people's memories stay sharper longer. And the people in relationships where they feel they really can't count on the other one, those are the people who experience earlier memory decline. And those good relationships, they don't have to be smooth all the time. Some of our octogenarian couples could bicker with each other day in and day out. But as long as they felt that they could really count on the other when it really got tough, those arguments didn't take a toll on their marriages. So, this message that good, close relationships are good for our health and well-being, this is wisdom that's as old as the hills. Why is it so hard to get and so easy to ignore? Well, we're human. What we really like is a quick fix, something we can get that'll make our lives good and keep them that way. Relationships are messy and they're complicated, and the hard work of tending to family and friends, it's not sexy or glamorous. It's also lifelong. It never ends. The people in our 75-year study who have happiness in retirement were the people who have actively worked to replace workmates with new playmates. Just like the millennials in that recent survey, many of our men, when they were starting out as young adults, really believed that fame and wealth and high achievement were what they needed to go after to have a good life. But over and over these 75 years, our study has shown that the people who fared the best were the people who leaned into relationships with family, with friends, with community. So what about you? Let's say you're 25, or you're 40, or you're 60. What might leaning into relationships even look like? Well, the possibilities are practically endless. It might be something as simple as replacing screen time with people time, or lighting up a stale relationship by doing something new together, long walks or date nights, or reaching out to that family member who you haven't spoken to in years, because those all too common family feuds take a terrible toll on the people who hold the grudges. I'd like to close with a quote from Mark Twain. More than a century ago, he was looking back on his life, and he wrote this: "There is a time, so brief is life, for bickerings, apologies, heartburnings, callings to account. There is only time for loving, and but an instant, so to speak, for that. The good life is built through good relationships." Thank you.
One thing proof is MacBook doesn't keep you happy.
有一样肯定证明的就是 MacBook 是吗？会给你带来欢乐。
It's recovering. Oh, 2 minutes.
请大家稍等一下，有些技术性的问题。
You know, brothers and sisters, as we watch the clips, you know, isn't that true?
弟兄姐妹们，当我们看到了这一个视频啊，你认为这视频所说的是不是很正确？
And a lot of time we cry out, we want scientific proof, we want scientific proof.
很多时候我们的要求就是说，我们需要科学化的那个求证。
Here you have it, 75 years, Harvard.
然后你现在就得到了，花了75年的那一个研究，而且是从哈佛大学所做的。
And it proved one thing.
然后它只证明一点而已。
Happiness is about relationship.
然后喜悦和欢乐就是有好的关系。
Good relationship, yes. My wife reminded me that. Yes, amen. Thank you. You know, it's so amazing. You know, it people need 75 years to prove what Bible has said about 1,000 years ago.
所以你会觉得很惊讶吗？我们人需要75年的时间去累积一些数据，还是一些研究，是吗？来证明几千年前圣经已经讲的东西。
You know, we have a problem.
然后我们有一些问题。
The problem is that we spend too much time on internet studying on what others find out.
然后我们其中一个问题就是我们花太多时间，是吗？在互联网上去了解、去研究别人发现的东西。
We are giving ourselves excuses that when we are young, we are still young. We told ourselves that we do not have it yet. So you want to taste what has been there.
又或者是我们有这个借口，我们很年轻，我们告诉我们自己，我们都还没有拥有过，所以我们想要尝试一下拥有的滋味。
And we also have another problem, that is we have a misconception. We think that to have a longer time equal to quality time.
然后我们甚至有一个误区，也就是我们可能认为更长的时间就是代表更有数字的时间。
I have been doing that for 10 over years to my families.
然后我已经就是花了10多年前，是吗？用这一个误区的想法上对待我的家人。
My wife just said, 是咯。
对现刚刚点头。
You know, it's true. Every time I will say, I want to spend time with you.
很多事我都说我想要和你花时间。
I want to find a longer time.
然后我想要安排一个比较长、比较空档的时间。
And she waited for 10 years. 啊？17 years. 假啦！
然后他等了17年了。
Never come.
17年来都从来没有出现过。
But praise God that God has put tech into our life. I mean, not only tech, but many brothers and sisters around.
所以感谢神，就是说神安排了 tech 甚至是弟兄姐妹们进入我们的生命里面。
Hey, it's happening now, amen.
然后现在终于有那个机会，有那个有数字的那个时间了。
I can't claim to be so great, but it's progressing.
然后不是最棒的，可是是越来越好。
You know, or maybe some of us have another problem. A common excuse is, I come from a poor family. 不累耶。
又或者是我们很多人都可能有一个共同的理由，就是说我是从一个贫穷还是困苦的家庭来，没有钱。
Then you go and then when you grow up from the family, when people ask you what is most important.
所以当你长大过后，当人家问你有什么东西对你来讲是最重要的，
You know, you will answer exactly like what the reason millennium studies that it must be good life. Then you must have wealth, fame, and also achievement.
然后，如果你是从比较贫困的家庭长大的话，你可能就好像之前的那个研究报告一开始所说的，就是说你可能希望很棒的生活，就是有钱、有名、有势、有利。
You know, just like, do you remember that the guy, when the professor, when he was saying, he said that it's combination of luck and also the persistence of the researcher that make the whole thing survive, right?
所以，如果你还记得刚才那一个教授所说的，就是说这一个研究能够75年继续存活下去的话，是吗？是集合了幸运和几代人的坚持，才能够继续下去的。
And he also mentioned that many studies like this would or have already failed because of no funding, no people continuing on, and many various reasons.
所以他也讲到了，就是说类似这么样长命的那个研究是吗？在很多不同的原因下是吗？可能很早就已经终止了，也可能是因为没有钱，又或者是可能没有后继之人，又或者是那个研究人分心了。
But I tell you, why it can continue on is not the combination of luck, but I believe somehow God has helped the whole thing work through.
然后我相信不单单只是因为机遇还是幸运而已，而是神在这研究当中说发出了他的那一个大能，以便让这个研究能够继续下去。
I really believe it because why? Because God want many of us today be able to see this for real from a totally non-biased perspective, from scientist perspective.
因为我相信神是吗？是希望我们今天都能够看到这一个研究的成果，而这个研究成果是吗？是中立没有偏倚任何宗教的角度，然后同时也印证了圣经几千年前所预言的好的关系，可以让我们有个好的健康、更好的那个更欢乐的生活。
You know, brothers and sisters, isn't it Bible awesome?
那弟兄姐妹，我们的圣经是不是很棒呢？
You know, don't you feel great that when we can learn about forgiveness?
然后你会不会觉得很棒？当我们学习到宽恕，
When we can talk about relationship with one another?
当我们可以谈到和彼此之间的关系。
Well, I was so blown away, and I also so pumped up when I see this proof.
然后我觉得很惊讶，也很就是说谦卑的，就是当我看到这一些举证的时候，
You know, it's all about relationship.
然后这一切说到底是吗？就是关于到关系。
You know, and you know, brothers and sisters, you know, today's conclusions. You know, it's after 75 years, Bible proved right again.
所以今天的总结呢，就是75年过后是吗？然后圣经是被证明是对的。
You know, I have something in mind, but I forgot what I want to say. Now, you really, you know, so that shows what? Relationship not good enough. Serious.
我忘了要讲什么了，这里就
Because when you don't have good relationship, you know, your brain decline faster, you know.
OK， 因为刚才那研究报告说，当你有个好的关系的话，是吗？你的脑的记忆力是吗？不会衰退的那么快。
I speak to you in this, but I really feel the needs of. I'm humbled by it, you know. Seriously, I'm humbled by it.
然后我的确是感受到非常谦卑，对圣经跟对这一个研究的举证感受到谦卑。
And I felt that wow, it's time for me to decide. And not about the things that I always chasing after, but it's about having great relationship with you, with all of you.
所以让我就是要下定决心，下一个决定就是说，我们的生命的欢乐和健康，这嘛，并不是取决于我们一直以来所追求的名利，而是我们已经拥有的关系，就是和家人、和朋友、和弟兄姐妹之间的关系。
I'm really looking forward that I can enjoy more and more better relationship in God's kingdom.
然后我现在很渴望，也很向往，就是说继续的建立、享受在国度里面和大家有这么健康、这么美好的关系。
You know, 1 John chapter 4 verse 8, it reads there. Okay, you want to read?
我们把我们圣经翻下，翻到约翰一书第4章第8节。一样的3种天赋也会带来喜悦。I was saying that 3种天赋doesn't bring you happiness either. Anyway, 第八节，没有爱心的人就不认识神，因为神就是爱。
Amen. You know, we don't have to take another 75 years to know that everything is about love.
然后我们不需要再花另外的75年是吗？来了解到其实一切都是爱。
Bible says that God is love.
然后圣经在那边已经说了，神就是爱。
So, lastly, what should we be doing?
最后我们应该做些什么呢
We have to have faith in God.
我们应该对神有信心。
Hey, have faith in the Bible. Have faith in what He say about relationship.
然后对他的话语、圣经有信心，对他所说关于关系的教导有信心。
And then put God's words into practice.
然后就是实践还是履行神的话语。
You know, and to talk and to really put forgiveness into practice. What we have learned lately, you know, really, you know, whatever lesson we learn about how to love, take it very, very seriously.
这也包括就是学习实践宽恕，以及我们这一些日子来所学习到神教导我们的功课。
Learn to be kind to one another, including, like for example, husband and wife say thank you, say sorry. You know, lately my wife demanding, you must say sorry to me. She demanded, you know, I say okay, sorry.
这也包括就是学习对彼此
讲 sorry，
道歉，就是说。这也包括是说和伴侣，打比说说谢谢，甚至说道歉最近会先要求他们什么，就说你要讲谢谢，抱歉，对不起。
I say okay, must last time no hard now must be humble and say amen. You just tell sorry, say thank you. Yesterday night she cooked spaghetti, you know, with beef, you know. You know, then the children say, must say thank you.
会先煮了一餐那个意大利餐，然后孩子们就说哦，爸爸你应该要说谢谢。
Together.
全家人都要说谢谢，不单单是爸爸罢了。
Never take this for granted anymore.
不要掉以轻心，不要忽略了这一些点点滴滴。
You know, parents and children, are you saying thank you? Don't say 拍谁啦 no need 啦 we all 老夫老妻啊 Never say that.
然后夫妻们或者是父亲还有孩子们不要说就是我们老夫老妻的，还是哎呀爸爸知道我的心意，还是孩子知道我的心意的，而不讲谢谢还是我爱你等等。
You know, and then lastly, learn to be generous towards one another.
然后最后就是学习对彼此大方，对彼此 火热。
热忱的款待。
热忱。
Yeah. You know, just like Leo, I know KK, I know Pang, they all always is doing a good job in this area about, you know, opening up their house. Even I myself also need to learn from them.
就好像很多弟兄姐妹们都很殷勤的开放他们的屋子，邀请弟兄姐妹来聚餐，来欢乐这样。
You know, and we need to do that more so that people know that this church is special and we know about love. Amen.
然后我们会做的更多，以便让大家都知道，就是说这个教会是特别的，然后我们懂得什么叫爱。
So that we can bring impact to Johor, to people around us, to people that we care, so that people through us, they will know God. Thank you.
我们能够就是对 JB 这一个社会什么带来影响力，然后通过我们他们也知道这一个教会是不同的，然后他们也通过我们来认识神，认识爱他们。
Thank you.
Amen. It's so good to know that God created church. It's for our benefit, our health, for us to be more happy. Amen. Let's all give our glory to our God. Let's all rise.